I'm so happy. Oh shit. This hairstyle is getting some use. I did this myself and I'm very proud of it. Although it didn't come out great, it is my first time, so proud of it. But yeah, I really like this color on me. That has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. Hi, welcome earlier forms. Once again, it's not that early. It is still the time, actually a little bit past the time that people are trying to work, but I do want to get at least two of these done. Probably, I was going to think about doing three, but I think I should wait for that, hold off on that one. Anyway, what I was going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Welcome to the blog of April. Yes, still same shirt, same thing. I didn't change anything. This is still same month, week. You know what? I want to switch up something. Pause. Okay, so when these earrings technically does not go with anything that I'm wearing or my hair, but I didn't feel like going soul switching. But here you go, something different. Boom. Okay. And so I'm just going to jump into it because when I said I wrote more as the year progressed for these monthly blogs, I meant it. I wrote more. So here we go. Woo! Starting with the first week, I wanted to restart writing, but had to halt again due to the massive work schedule. That's more to do with medical reasons than actual work itself. I had to go visit doctors and dentists anyway. But I decided to concentrate on figuring out the plot of Daggers and Rooms because the graphic novel was making it more complex. Therefore, I gave that up. And so, but still editing and figuring out the map of the other worlds just because I need to figure out where my characters are placed within the world. And then leaving only the necromancy romance story to work on. But that also still difficult. But focusing on editing and doing a little concept illustration here and there helps. Learn how to overfill my days with projects, including the weekend, because I had, which is one of the things which I struggle with to accomplish a lot of things. I wanted to accomplish a lot within short period of time, and that wasn't happening, and I wasn't accomplishing much regardless. Never know what life throws at me, and it's making me feel like a failure. If I get something done, it's a win in my book. So yeah, and I did kind of get things completed. It's just now I'm just dragging my foot. But more about that later. Another blog. Wanted to thumbnail other stories while working on the map and plot wall. The plot wall. Been a while since I thought about fairy and alien story. Originally think of doing full winging it. Originally I wanted to just wing it, but I'm not working on it, especially with especially for a long dragged out story like that one. Kind of doing it with the necromancy rom-com, but it's shorter but more possible. So basically how I usually just like draw things down that comes to my head. But I was able to do that with the necromancy because that story is shorter, while the fairies and alien one is going to be longer. So it's hard to do it with that one. So I'm now going to decide to go back and plot it like a normal person. But now actually plotting is more like plants are plotting, but you know what I mean. Anyway, also want to work on my OP fan. One True Pair fanfics, which is going to be fanfic, but I'm also not too much dragging out with actual people. Like, I'm going to make them more original to me, my characters. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. But first, want to finish the life I. Oh, first I want to finish the character I'm playing with, the what call again? One bit. I forgot the game already. Life bit life. There you go. The bit life story. I want to finish with the character I played. He finally died at age 91. Probably will share with y'all. But if yet, that'll be in the next video. Instead of what I was planning, other videos planning to record. Was supposed to sew but didn't. Instead, checked out the pattern website that I found on Instagram. Speaking of which, also think of looking for another job. First thing first, I want to write a cover letter, and it has to be a completely remote. I want to work completely remote. Hybrid's okay, but I want to work other places around the world, so I don't want to be stuck here in New York. The remote job I have, although I work from home, I cannot work outside of New York technically. So had to do my hair, so watched a Japanese with English subtitles and switched to Japanese subtitles as a way of studying. Should switch formats, which is to watch Japanese first and then switch in English because I don't pay attention much when I watch it the other way around. So that's why. Um, Started using Chat GPT for grammar lessons. Really helpful and insightful. Instead of learning new words and grammar, trying to focus on these because I already started forgetting some things. Matter of fact, even simple Japanese like yakusoku, which means promise, I'm starting to forget. I actually forgot the last time because I don't use Japanese nearly as much, and it's been so long since I've been gone. I really need to go back, y'all. Anyway, also want to rummage my closet for the manga I bought in Japan to read them and reorganize them. I haven't touched that. And the kanji fukushu I have need to buy a new one. Definitely more than one. But then I just got a brilliant idea to buy one or two. $1 or $5 bomb binder from Five and Below, and then print sheets from home, and then use this and have instead of having multiple books, which is separate them based on the story they're from. That's why I wanted to buy them. I haven't fully even finished that project, but yes, I started doing it. I started using it, and finished look up the vocab for the blue book. Oh, the blue textbook. Okay. I was wondering what I was talking about. I was like, okay, finish look up the vocabulary for the blue textbook. Still haven't done that yet. But yeah, I only got a few pages done. I'm officially subscribed to Skillshare because I haven't touched it much. I didn't even get to finish the videos or utilize any of the lessons I learned from there. But I still had to pay for it because to continue using my subscription at least for a year. So I have until next year to use that skills that I originally started watching the video for. Anyway, my cat is sick. He keeps throwing up. And now the following night he was just not eating at all and got the whole family worried. So I know the same thing, that same for the same evening, woke up that early in the day because there was a mix-up with the dentist. They sent me a notice for an appointment when it was supposed to be just a note meant for the secretary himself. So I didn't wake up him and leaving really early to going there just in case. I had to go to another place anyway, so that's when I finally went to Dollar Tree, only to go to Dollar Tree and found out they don't sell binders, at least at the one I went to. Instead, I coincidentally went to a dollar store on my way back. It wasn't Dollar Tree, a different one. I did went to Dollar Tree though. They also didn't have binders. That's where I went to. It was a different dollar store that coincidentally, well, dollar store, it wasn't really a dollar. It cost me like $5 to buy 2 binders or something like that. But they had binders, so I was able to buy 2 big binders. And I was like, why do we waste some money? We had binders. I forgot we had binders. But also when I finally come with this concept, she already threw away the binders, so I didn't need them. I need them afterwards. And then after that, I went to the doctor. So I had a full day of walking, and my foot was tired by the end. And I went to doctors because I have gum problems, and the doctor wasn't and from there I went from the doctor to the pharmacy. So again, lots of walking. I did not take the bus or train. I walked all of this. And since I was there, I also went to the pharmacy to buy digestive system things for my baby because he was throwing up and not eating. So it was really worrying. And I recorded none of these. This whole walk, nothing. I recorded nothing. Also been reading Beatrice, rereading Beatrice. This is before I start doing the media thing. I think I also did a media thing for all this. But anyway, and it's a webtoon, and it was completed, and I enjoyed it in the beginning, but as I go along, it annoyed me. Also, maybe I'll talk about this one. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to make a video, but anyway. It makes me out that I understand writing notes and taking notes based off of it, so I might make a video on that. So then, yeah. Oh, I've been working on a video for 2 weeks. That's what I was working. And I've been going on and off, but it's hopefully going to finish it this weekend. I even just started writing for 2 nights to finish editing the video. Anyway, my needs are going higher and higher, but that's the only way I could keep this up. So I finally finished editing that video that I've been working on for like 2 months and, well, sorry, 2 weeks. Before I went to meet my cousins. I had a wonderful time. We went to brunch. We talked about, what did we talk about? Work, and I did not feel comfortable talking about work because I didn't feel comfortable with what I'm doing. I wasn't really happy with my jobs. As I said, I'm looking for a new one. It was finally 80 degrees during the time. It was like, what is it? This is April? Yeah, this is in April. So it was finally 80 degrees outside. So I decided to go for a walk, and I got swindled from playing a game. Lost a lot of money. And then I wrote a whole rant about it. But I'm just going to keep it down to that. I did manage to get some of that money back just from working my part-time job. Still haven't fully the full amount, but at least I got the half the amount back. Again, not from the game. I would have still played it. I was so desperate for my money back. It hurts so much. It still hurts when I think about it. And never again, ever again would I ever do this. And only reason why I got into playing the game, but that was supposed to be helping someone else. She wanted help. But then it's like, oh, because I did it, was supposed to play. I was just wanting to help the lady. I didn't want to play myself. And that's how I got swindled. I got dragged in by someone else. Okay. Because I want to be helpful. Anyway, moving on. Again, lesson learned. Very rarely do I watch shows or movies when I'm not doing my hair. So I absolutely had to watch Pantheon Season 2, or Part 2. And again, I wasn't doing my hair, but I was obsessed with Maddie and Caspian. And that's when I had to increase the number of fanfics that I want to write for this one. And I also after that watched Devil May Cry. Side note, it is best to start editing videos a week earlier than I'm applying for full-time jobs. Pray for me that I get one. No, seriously, pray for me that I get one. Got some callbacks for my resume, kind of. Even better thanks to my walk in Barnes & Nobles. Found a book I was really into, which was Highly Suspicious and Fairly Cute by Talia Hilbert. And I listened to the audiobook off of Libby. I couldn't get to work. Honestly, this was made me excited to go to work. I was listening to audiobooks I really, really like. And this was the start of it. The number of times I smiled and giggled and gagged made me rethink of how I should write my book. But also it was nowhere near funny and cute, but still inspired. After that book, I ended up listening to music. I wanted to listen to some more audiobooks, so I quickly borrowed more books, which was like Black Girl, You Are Atlas by Renee Wilson, which inspired me to give my another hand at poetry from an illustration book. But also focus this time on the character and was inspired to search for another poetry book after reading that one. And that's when I start reading more. Inclusion, I'm easily inspired. But I also finally watched Solo Leveling. Watched both seasons in one night into morning. I was hooked. I was really, really hooked. And I think I missed her. I don't know if you can see him. Hey, baby. Anyway, that is enough about me and my blog. I went on for quite a while. Ooh. Hope you enjoyed that and learned some lessons. Don't do what I did. Okay? Thank you for taking time to watch. Until next time. Bye!